afternoon, Cancer, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I'll be doing a reading for you for the month of June 2024. I've already cut your decks and I've shuffled all of your cards 5 times each, utilizing the numerology 6 for the month of June in 2024. So let's dive right in. All right, we are starting off with the Page of Swords. Swords indicate ideas, knowledge, ideologies, thoughts, mental capacities, information, and communication. And also, pages are members of the court that relay messages to people, other people. Okay, they are like kind of like Mercury. They are the deliverer of messages. Okay, so we have the page. You might be having some communications coming in. You might be having some new thought processes coming in, some invitations perhaps, or you might be being called to do some more research on something. Okay, so it's all about thoughts and information and communication. So either you're going to be the arbiter of seeking out information with respects to something in your life. We'll get more cards. This is going to look different for everybody because this is a general reading. So take it how it resonates. So, or if you perhaps have been trying to seek out opportunities, if you've been putting your resume out, if you have gone on interviews, perhaps you will be hearing back with respects to some updates regarding that. Or if you have been putting advertising out for your company that you own or that you work for, you can maybe expect to be hearing from some potential clients coming in. So information is coming in for some of you. Okay, some communications coming in from some of you, or perhaps for some of you, it's going to be seeking out information. You see here how he has like a graduation cap on, and there are books underneath here. So there's a lot of information in the wind. You see how there's like the dandelion here and all of like the wisps have been going in the wind. There's lots of information for you to pick up on. So this can either be the information coming in for you, so like it's like the changes in the wind, like it's like swift incoming invitations, swift incoming communications on something perhaps you've been waiting for, or there's a lot of good knowledge out there to pick up on and to do some research on with respects to something that you are working on yourself, or if you are seeking out knowledge in different areas of life, occult knowledge. Occultism is not an evil thing. It means hidden or secret. So you could be delving into those types of doing research with respects to that domain, perhaps even philosophy or geopolitics, or maybe just anything that you're maybe not used to being interested in. Maybe you're being called to seek out, you're getting like all of a sudden, like this change in the wind, all of a sudden you're being pulled to seek out information about something. Now I'm going to share with you something. I'm being called more to like do more research about where religion started. I've been obsessed with religions, like of all sorts, since I was younger. Like I like history and things like that, and I'm like my psychic abilities are like my clear, like my intuition is increasing. Okay, and I names have just been popping up in my head, and I got Asherah kept popping up in my head. Okay, and then I seeing her name in videos that I'm watching, and she's like the Yahweh's wife from the Old Testament. And so if you're getting pulled, and I'm like now I'm being pulled to like go seek out what that, like how that can impact or influence me, or why I'm being called to look into her a little bit more. Let me just close the window. There is a dog barking. All right. So if you're being called, you're being called to seek out information. You're getting like pulled into looking into things a little bit more. It could be about things that are happening in the world. Things might not be seeming right to you. And listen to your intuition. Listen to that inner voice of you, or like if something's all of a sudden a sparking interest in you, go check it out. Okay. I haven't seen this card yet. Okay, the Chariot. I haven't gotten the Chariot in quite some time, and not just like from this deck, but in general. So things are going to be starting to move forward for you. And I believe this is a card that illustrates Cancer. This is your card. So this is very positive to see in your reading. Okay, so if you have been waiting, so you see how she's a snail. Okay, she has this snail as her hair, the shell, and she's also like riding a snail. She's like one with the snail here. Now snails, sorry, my incense is bothering me now that I have the window closed. Snails are normally slow moving, right? I'm gonna open this again. Okay. Snails are slow moving, and so maybe you've been waiting, right? You've been waiting for some communication to come in, and it might be coming to trickle in slowly, okay, if that is something that you're waiting for. Okay, for the people of you, the Cancerites of you that are waiting for information or waiting for communication to come in. You might have been waiting for a while, and now it's going to be starting to move forward. The momentum is going to be a little bit slow, maybe in the beginning of the month, and then as the month gets progresses, you can probably see a little bit more faster moving momentum, but it's going to be slow to start. That's what I'm getting at here. Okay. Now, this is going to propel you forward, though. The Chariot is a card of forward-moving momentum. And if you see here, there is like her old city that she grew up in, or where she has been established for quite some time. And now she is moving on. Okay, she is moving on into something perhaps that she doesn't really know. It's unknown, okay? It's unknown territory for her, but she knows this is the old is done and she needs to move on to something new. And so perhaps because this is uncharted territory for you, Cancer, you are being asked to do some more research and take that leap of faith, even though you're not the master of this domain yet. If you're being called or you're being pulled into something, do your research and see where it takes you, because it might be slow to start, but it's going to be like the laying of the foundation for the rest of your life. Okay. And now, just like a Cancer does, the snail carries its home with them wherever they go, just like a Cancer, like the crab would as well. Okay, so no matter how outside of the box this feels for you, this new situation feels for you, no matter how much you feel out of your comfort zone, you are still secure because you have whatever you need within you all the time, like the shell. Okay, you are secure and you have whatever it takes within you. It's dormant, and even though you are not exposed to it yet, it is there for you to utilize. Now, on a normal Rider-Waite deck, we have the Chariot being pulled by two Sphinxes, and the gentleman in the Chariot, unlike here, he doesn't have reins attached to the Sphinxes. Okay, so that indicates trusting the process and not knowing exactly where you're going, but you know you need to move on to something new. Okay, he's trusting the universe. You are co-creating with the universe. You are doing your part to put things into action on Earth, on this 3D realm. You are doing your part to expand your knowledge base, and maybe start practicing on things that if this is outside of your comfort zone. But definitely know that you need to take this leap of faith and move towards something new. Even though you might not have that much experience in it, you can learn about it and you have whatever it takes within you to do it. Okay, so trust in yourself and trust in the process and trust in the universe as well. You are co-creating with the universe. On the normal Rider-Waite deck, we have the gentleman who is on the Chariot. He has the Magician's wand. And so you are manifesting things on this earth, with your thoughts and with your words. And so be mindful of the thoughts and words that you are utilizing when you are communicating to people and with yourself, because words are spells, and the vibrational frequency gets put out into the universe, and then you're attracting back the frequency of what you're putting out. So be mindful to not focus on lack or stagnancy or being stuck. It's very hard to keep track. It's something that I'm thoroughly practicing myself, catching myself being negative, catching myself saying things from a lack mentality, trying to reposition myself to rephrase things in a way that are coming, that have a more positive and higher vibrational frequency. Okay, so sometimes when I find myself lacking resources for things that I need right now. I'm currently in a transition. I started my business in February. Things are not where I would like them to be yet. It's a slow process, right? It's a slow process, but I'm like, the old way of working for other people never is done for me now. And it's a slow process to start something new, but you have to teach yourself how to do these things. Okay. So say I don't have, I'm going to use this as an example. Like, I don't have money, okay, to buy the things that I need or that I would like to buy. Or I'm getting invited to go out for dinner somewhere and I don't have the resources for that right now. I'm going to say, instead of saying I can't afford it or I don't have money right now, I'm saying currently my priorities, or my financial priorities, are towards other things at the moment. Do you see how there's like a vibrational difference to say I don't have this, or I'm currently focused on using it, currently focused on putting my resources towards these things right now, right? So there's a difference. So be mindful of that. Yeah, okay, because the Ace of Pentacles is next. So whatever this is that is having a slow start, right? You're teaching yourself in this new endeavor, okay? And it's going to be a slow start at first, but once your momentum is going, like, it's just like you see here how this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's the start of something new, and it's financial, it's about finances, okay? So, and just like a flower, or just like planting a seed, right, takes time. And the planting of the seed is actually the most important aspect of developing something new, correct? And so, but once it's in the ground, you don't see it. You don't see the progress that it is going through. The changes and the transformation coming from a seed into a plant, into a little seedling, and then into a flower. So all of the magic that's happening down here, it's happening behind the scenes. Perhaps you don't see it, but no, and it's slow. It's a slow process. But once it breaks through the soil, you're going to start nurturing, as long as you continue nurturing it, providing it what it needs, right? And expanding your mind so that you can make this flower or plant, like from the seed that you have planted, flourish. This is a metaphor, right? And we're not talking about plants here. We're talking about your goals and whatever it is that you're working on, right? So you need to do all of the be slow, expand your mind, expand your knowledge base with whatever it is that you're trying to pursue here, and know that in the end, this is the start of something way brand new, but it's going to be a lot more profitable than what you have been working on in the past. And trust in the process, trust in yourself, even though you might not be seeing any progress in the interim or in the near future. It eventually is going to blossom into something spectacular. Okay? And that you can share, and then you can plant again, use the seeds that like with this, right? One dandelion when it goes into this phase, these are all like little seeds that the wind carries, and then it creates more dandelions. Okay, so it's like it's like expanding its horizons. So one seed can turn into a million a million other plants, a million other seeds. Okay, so know that whatever it is that you're planting now is going to exponentially increase your resources in the future. But trust in the process, trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and know that whatever it is that you're trying to develop here is going to be just magical moving forward in the future. But you have to plant it. You have to expand your knowledge base. Yet with the Page of Swords, we got the Temperance card. You're being able to turn water into wine. You're being able to alchemize. You are very powerful right now, Cancer. Like the gentleman in the chariot has the magician's wand, and you're being able to transmute any sort of situation that perhaps in the past you perhaps saw in a negative light. Maybe you were laid off, maybe you ended a relationship, you're able to, or something didn't work out for you in the past. You're now seeing things as an opportunity. As doors close, other ones open, and it is in your perspective and it's within your own power to see the opportunity when other things don't work out. When things don't work out, it's the universe telling you that wasn't for you. Okay? So you see, we have together books and studiousness. You see how he is also studying here? There's books. And he's learning how to become a Meister. Like in the Game of Thrones, it's like a doctor or like a healer. Like, so he went to like this school and he has to study alchemy and magic and all of this stuff. So the information is out there. You're being encouraged to really buckle down here and try to expose yourself. It's going to be different for everybody because like not everyone's going to be focusing on the same thing. So this could be about your work. This could be spiritual. This could be magical. Like if you're looking into doing rituals and stuff like that. But you are very powerful and you are really able to create your own reality right now, Cancer. This is really cool reading. And whatever the seeds you plant like is going to prove to be fruitful, and it's going to exponentially grow because one plant can turn into many. Okay? But take the time to study, take the time to expand your mind and seek out other avenues of information that perhaps you were not frequent in using in the past. But yeah, like this is brand new. I think this is going to be, it's like a brand new endeavor for you guys. It could be a hobby, it could be a job, could be like relationships or like personal development. Okay, so it's very cool to see. And don't expect, so my allergies are really bugging me. Don't expect changes or like results right away. Like you need to prove it to yourself and you need to prove it to the universe that you have what it takes and that you have the stamina and you have the discipline to actually get this done. Okay, you have to have the conviction. Okay, you're going to see things. Like if you stop after a month, stop after 2 months, and if you expect things to happen overnight, it's not going to. But if you reflect on how far you actually come at the end of a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you will be surprised, and you should be proud of yourself. Okay. With the Chariot, well, yeah, I told you. The Chariot, you have the Magician. So a lot of alchemy, a lot of manifestation abilities here. Like I told you, the gentleman that's normally in the Chariot card has the Magician's wand, and now we have the Magician card that goes with it. So like I said, be mindful of your words, my dear Cancer, and be mindful, definitely utilize this month. I know that you go into Cancer season, my calendar's not changed yet, but we go into Cancer season at some point in June. right? So is that on the solstice on the 20th maybe? So like utilize the moon, the new moon and the full moon in June to really do some manifestations work and to really start honing in on your own abilities to create the life that you want on this 3D realm, right? We're here to realize and to remember how powerful we really are. And you are really, this is like a good month for you to step into this power, okay, Cancer? You're alchemizing things and situations that probably in the past you wouldn't have seen the opportunity in. You're turning water into wine, okay? You're turning bad into good. Okay, but be mindful because you can turn something good into bad too with your perspective and your words, okay? But yeah, you're like the elements, like the wands, the fire, the thoughts, the swords, the cups, the emotions, and intuition and psychic abilities, and the pentacles, being grounded and about finances. All like you have the power to of all of these elements within you right now. Okay, the magician has the power of all the elements to use at his disposal. So yeah, you're doing really good this month. And with the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Swords. So like I had mentioned previously, so the Nine of Swords can indicate anxiety. It can indicate worry. It can indicate sleepless nights. It's like the never-ending nightmare. You're sleeping, you have a nightmare, and you wake up and it's the never-ending nightmare. Okay, like maybe you're dreading like your old life that you're leaving with this Chariot, right? Maybe you kept waking up every day and dreading to go to work, or like maybe you're worried about something. It's going to be different for everybody, okay? But whatever this is, that whatever this seed that you're planting here is going to elite, like, and then exponentially expand into different locations and avenues, right? It's going to alleviate your ability, your anxiety, and it's going to eliminate, you're going to be breaking free from this cage of mental, like that, your mental prison, okay? But you have the power within yourself to release yourself from this mental prison by finding, like by focusing on your perspective on the opportunities that are available to you, as opposed to things not working out, seeing things seeing things that don't work out as a communication from the universe that this is not meant for you, and trying to use your intuition and psychic abilities to see. And you know how I mentioned in the beginning that if you're feeling pulled towards something, or getting a new interest in something, that's the universe or your higher self actually pushing you towards that. Okay, and maybe something that didn't work out was universe saying like, no, like you should be focusing on this right now. Okay, so are you going to take the life by the horns, or are you going to be the victim and then be stuck in that low vibrational frequency, or are you going to see the opportunity that comes when things don't work out? All right, very awesome reading. I'm going to end here with an animal spirit oracle card, and we have Bison, and it's about abundance. So that is really fitting. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Indomitable spirit, endurance, survival, strength, abundance, virility, prosperity, and prayer. The North American bison, often called the buffalo, was the ruler of the American plains. Bison represented the abundant life and the will to survive and the ability to adapt. Native Americans relied on them for blessings of ample food, shelter, and warmth. They considered all bison sacred. If bison comes to you, it signifies that you are walking in harmony with Mother Earth. Call upon buffalo for guidance and you will feel a great force rising within you. You can align with a surge from nature that will empower you. The white buffalo was most sacred of all. She brought the peace pipe and the visible prayer to the people. If you are a bison person, you will feel called to connect to the Great Spirit in prayer. That from this deeper place, all blessings and gifts will flow. Bison invites you to discover your own sacred way, like the Chariot, and create your own ceremonies and write your own prayers. The Magician and the Temperance card. The great mystery is right beside you. Just open the door and walk through. When doors close, others open, so walk through them. While Buffalo is waiting. Some things to keep in mind are, have you forgotten to be thankful for all of your blessings? This is the perspective I was talking about before. Have you lost connection to earth? Have you forgotten how to pray and connect to the Great Spirit? And be grateful, return to prayer. If this reading resonated with you, Cancer, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if that is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with your month, not only just check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I am truly grateful for you joining me here today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful month. Bye-bye.